hello. This is Mickey Sunshine Creates, and I'm Mickey. Welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a Wip Chat get to know me. I did this last year, but these are new questions. I'm using tag questions to answer. And while I am answering you, I'm gonna kit up what's his name's? Look at me. Look at me. David McLean's Country Inn and Farm. Here, take a look at that. Isn't that pretty? That's my next project. And I blame all of the people in my life for that. They chose it, so it's a big one, too. I mean, it is, what, 70... Look at me. I'm not prepared, am I? It's 98 by 70 centimeters. Oh my God. It's a big one. But not as big as Sneaky Cat was. Anyway, I'm going to kit this up. And there will be times when I will fast forward so you don't have to watch, all of this stuff. It'll take a while. And I want to get through putting my tabs on my containers and also filling them up. Arranging them the way I like. This way I can get started on it as soon as this is done. And I really do, because that's a work in progress I am looking forward to. It's a lot of confetti though. A lot of confetti. Anyway, I'm just cutting apart the a good thing. What am I cutting apart? I'm cutting apart the labels. Oh my God, that was a brain fart if I ever heard one. I'm cutting apart the labels for my containers. I took the original sheet that is a sticky. I won't use these directly from the sheet, from the sticky, because they are next to impossible to get off. Let me show you. This is from my last one. I could not get the rest of it off. I know there's a way with soaking it or alcohol or Glue Gun or something, but I don't have patience for that stuff. So next I'm gonna just Scotch tape that just so I know which box is which. So I've got the original here, a photocopy here, and I'm running out of black, so I need to put some black in there. And this for the third box, because it has 52 colors. Oh my gosh, 52 colors? That's not fair. That's a lot. Not as many as I had in a custom I did. There was 60 in that one. And I thought that was a lot. But I'll tell you, it did come out nice, that custom. The more colors, the better the picture. Just as the larger the picture. The larger the canvas, the better it is. Anyway, I'm going to start with some of these tag questions, because I'm not very good at finding things to talk about without a little help. Part of it is because of the memory loss that I had through my accident and the amnesia. Because I do have amnesia. It's called bizarre amnesia because it behaves bizarrely. There are chunks. It's not your whole past that's gone. It's not it's not like regular amnesia where you forget who you are. It's just that there are lots of holes in my memory, and more than can be accounted for under regular purposes, because everybody forgets things, and you forget what your childhood, certain things from your childhood, you don't remember every detail. It's hard for me to remember anything from my childhood unless I'm prodded or pushed, or all of a sudden it comes into my head. It's like really, really weird. No, it's bizarre. That's why they call it bizarre amnesia, I think. Oh, and I used my Xyron sticker maker to make stickers after I photocopied it. I had to do these separately because the first photocopy came out messed up. So I took this and did it again, photocopied it again, and this section printed out well, where the other section, which is the same section on a different paper. I know, I'm getting you confused. I'm getting me confused. And I should be under the camera when I do this. I know. Let me see if I can move the camera just a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. That's better. So I'm working close to myself. Might as well. Okay. First question. Where did you grow up? See, I remember that. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, in East Flatbush. And at the time, it was a very populated Jewish, Italian, oh, Siri,
okay,
go away.
I found this on the...
Ow, Siri, go away.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm going to leave that in or not. But at the time, it was a very Jewish, Italian neighborhood, very populated. So I learned to cook matzo balls as well as I learned to cook meatballs. Now, it was nice. It was fun going to my friend's house and learning from her mother how to make a proper Italian gravy. That's what they call it, gravy. To me, it's sauce, but gravy should be brown. And learning from my grandmother how to make matzo balls and noodle kugel, which is noodle pudding, and all those things, and latkes, which are potato pancakes. Ooh, yum. I haven't had that stuff in a long time. Can you tell? Yeah, it's been a while. All right, let's go. Well, that's where I grew up. It was fun. We played on the streets, which you don't do now. But we played in the middle of the street. It was a one-way street, and we played stickball and teased each other and shot off fireworks, which we weren't supposed to. But we did anyway. And my brother exploded a cherry bomb, and my mother came out and yelled at him. That I remember. Anything I can remember about my brother, I will, because he was a stinker. I love him, but he was a stinker. He really was. Ooh, that one's a little too crooked. Oh, get back on there. By the way, the Xyron... Oh, that doesn't belong there. The Xyron glue that I'm using is replaceable. So you can lift it up and put it down somewhere else. It's not permanent like these are permanent. And get back. Behave. Okay, so that's where I grew up. Let's see, what's the next one? Where do you currently live? I currently live in Broward County, South Florida. And I moved here, 1976. So that's, what, 40 something years ago? Quite a while ago. And I've never looked back. I just love it. It's a funny story, though, how I moved here. I was living in New Jersey with my mother at the time. She had an apartment in Fort Lee, right over the bridge. And it used to drive me crazy because I slept on the couch. And the couch was not very comfortable at all. It was an old couch. And I wish she had gotten a new one. But that's where I slept. And the noise from the bridge, because her windows had nothing in front of them except the George Washington Bridge, the entry to it. And it was like an echo chamber, And the trucks, first thing in the morning, rumbling through, they were so loud. I was woken up every day at 5 o'clock. I mean, it was bad. Anyway, I was working in Saks Fifth Avenue, first as a clerk and then as security. And one of the security officers and I fell in love. Funny, his name I remember. Michael Kort. His name, I don't know why, but of all my boyfriends, his name I remember. I had a lot of boyfriends before that, but not a lot, but a number. And no, I didn't sleep with all of them. Well, some of them, most of them. How can I say? I was a bad girl. And we decided we were going, I'd had enough of New York, New Jersey, and I had visited my brother on my birthday in March. And my brother had this great little apartment in North Miami. Or was it North Miami Beach? North Miami. And when I was there visiting, I turned to him and I said, you know what? I'm going to move down here. I like it down here. I mean, we have relatives. I had my Nana, my uncle Robbie, and my cousins, and so it wasn't as if I was going to a place where nobody knew me. I had family, which was nice because my other side of the family had scattered. This is my father's side of the family. So I moved down here on June 6th, 1976. I can't forget that. 6/6/76. And I've been here ever since. Moved around a lot. That's why I say it's South Florida, because I've been all over South Florida. I've been in North Miami Beach, Pembroke Pines, Coconut Creek. Now I'm in Margate. I mean, what can I say? I moved around a bit. Okay, 24. This is going to take 3 boxes because there's 52 colors and these only hold 24 each. So I'm going to need a 3rd box for the last 4 containers. And that's where I currently live, in Margate, Florida. Ooh, this is an interesting question. Who is your first best friend? Some of these things I remember. I remember having friends. Not a lot. I never did have a lot of friends. I was always pretty much of a loner. And I didn't have a lot of girlfriends. I did have a lot of guy friends. And I mean friends, guy friends. I don't know why, but I did. But I don't remember having a best girlfriend. Not until about 21 years ago, when I met my best friend Lynn, and she is my best friend now. She's my best IRL friend in real life. I worked for her as a bookkeeper for about 6 months. And then I went to go work for my brother full time, because I was working for her part time. That's when my husband left, and, I needed a full-time job, and she couldn't give it to me, so all that nonsense. And I went to call her one day. I said, "You want to get together for lunch or for dinner?" And we did, and we've been friends ever since. She would come over to the house and watch TV. We'd go out to dinner. She's a good person. We're complete opposites. I mean, complete. Even politically, we're complete opposites. But we get along well. And my virtual best friend, and I do have a virtual best friend, is Rebecca from Crafting Journey, because she's the only one that calls me every day and talks to me. Nobody else talks to me. But she does, and we talk, and we just, hang out with each other and diamond paint and do what, and it's very comfortable. It's nice to have someone here. I have been a shut-in, so to speak, for a long time, long before the lockdown came, the quarantine. And if it wasn't for my best friend Lynn, I never would have gone out of the house, really. I just wouldn't. There was nobody else to go out with, and I don't know. It's weird. I can't explain why. But now I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, best friends. But now I feel as if I'm out with my friend when Rebecca and I hook up on Messenger and just chit-chat about nothing. Which is how it should be. Let's see. Next question. How tall are you? Oh boy. I am 5 feet 1/2 inch. Though I think I lost the last half inch to gravity. It's quite possible. Okay. Dogs or cats? I cannot choose one. I can't. It's both. I've had dogs, and the last dog I had was a long-haired Japanese Akita named Kino, Kinno, and she was a beauty. Oh, she was a beauty, and such a good dog. I miss her. I really do miss her. And cats, Gummidge, one of my cats, was Kino's best friend. I mean, it was really cute to see them laying down and Gummidge is curled into her stomach, Kino's stomach. Oh, it was so cute. I loved it. So, I have to say, both dogs and cats. And now I have 2 cats, by the way. All right. Funniest moment through high school. Ooh, I actually remember the funniest moment I ever had in high school. I hung out, in our high school, I went to the High School of Art and Design, and at the time, this high school has moved since. At the time, and its location, it was a 4 or 5-story building, and they had the roof on the 2nd floor of the building next door, which we used as outdoor smoking area and eating our lunch outside when it was nice. And it was our way of getting some fresh air, because you're in the city, you're in the middle of New York City, and there is no park, no football field, no nothing. There's no green except for the trees in the tiny little squares that they put on the sidewalk. Anyway, I hung out with a gay group. And my best friend's friend, Sasha, and we had a blast together. We would, laugh and giggle and play and everything else. But there were a couple of people in that group that, there's 54 colors, not 52. Anyway, there were a couple of people in that group that didn't like me. Not sure why. It's one of those, instant dislikes, maybe jealous. I have no idea. But it used to bother me every time he would say something to me. And I was the kind of person that I needed to be liked. I really did. I'm honest with myself about that. I wanted to be liked. So it bothered me and it hurt me that he didn't like me. So one day we're standing around there and we're standing in a circle. Sasha is next to me. This guy is across the way from me. My mother had kept telling me, ignore him, ignore him, ignore him. Because he always got a rise out of me. And we're standing there and he says something nasty to me. Sasha immediately says, "Oh, you're just jealous of her breasts." And I turn to him and I say, "Did somebody say something? I heard a buzzing." In other words, I completely ignored this guy. And in fact, made fun as if I didn't hear him at all. He got so upset. He huffed and he puffed and he stamped his foot. It was like, ignoring him was the best revenge I could have gotten. All I did was ignore him. I did not rise to his remarks, and of course what Sasha said was very funny. I thought that was hysterical because I was a big girl even back then. Yeah, that was not a lot of fun. Now what I'm doing, in case you're wondering, is I'm putting these in alphanumeric order and leaving the symbols in the numeric order that 1 through 54, the numeric order that Diamond Art Club puts them in. And that just makes it easier for me to make sure I'm putting them back in the right place. Because after a while, you remember where they are. You just do. And then P. E. Okay, these are all symbols. They go over here. F. And these are all symbols. So that was my funniest moment in high school. What year were you born? 1954. I am 66 and I'm going to be 67 in March. And proud of every wrinkle and well, I don't have wrinkles. I'm fat. You're fat. You're fat. You don't have wrinkles. At least not yet. If I lose weight, I'm going to look like a Shar-Pei. But that's what my mother did. I love my mother dearly. I really did. I loved her so much. But she was always, to me, she was always a big girl. And she lost a lot of weight. And unfortunately, because she lost a lot of weight, she turned into a Shar-Pei. I hate to say it, but she really did. I mean, I love her, but I'm just telling the truth here. Actually, she's the one that told me. Oh, she says, Michelle, I look like a Shar-Pei. And she had me laughing hysterically at that, just envisioning it. And I was going, oh, I can't get that out of my head now. It was horrible. Okay, what is your spirit animal and why? That's a good question. I'm not sure I know what my spirit animal is. It used to be a dragonfly because of its freedom and beauty. Because I think dragonflies are beautiful. There's something about them that appeal to me, even though they're bugs. And I really don't like bugs at all. But they're beautiful animals, beautiful creatures. And I always thought of them as my spirit animal, but now I'm not so sure. I've changed. Yeah, I've changed a lot. So I couldn't tell you what my spirit animal is now. I'd have to you belong here. You go over here. I'd have to speak with my psychic friend to really tell me who my spirit animal is now. But we'll stick with dragonfly for now. Okay, you're wearing perfume. What scent is it? Obsession. That's my scent. I love obsession. Unfortunately, my sister-in-law is allergic to it. And I had to stop wearing it for a while. And I never went back to wearing it. Uh-oh. Yeah, I messed this up somehow or another. Which is very easy for me to do. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I love obsession. I went looking. This was in my 30s. I went looking for a signature scent. And I went to department stores and I would try every scent out there, and check to see how it smelled. And if I couldn't find one, I'd go back the next day and look for one. Finally, I tried Obsession, and it was like, wow, this smells really good on me. And I asked my husband, how does this, is this okay? He says, yeah, you smell really good. And I said, perfect. Really, Michelle? Perfect. So ever since then, Obsession became my scent. However, like I said, I don't wear it anymore because my sister-in-law is allergic to it, and I never know when I'm going to see her. And I don't want to make her uncomfortable. And as much as I'd love to be wearing the scent again, I just, I don't wear it. I don't wear any scent now. I just, wear my baby shower time deodorant. And it works fine. Now I smell like spring. Okay, tea or coffee? Definitely coffee. In fact, it's not a bad idea. Ooh, you made it strong today. What are your life goals? I'm 67. My life goals are over. My life goal is to live to be 68. I mean, just, another year. That's good. Baby steps. What sports do you play or have you played? Oh my gosh, nothing. No, I don't play sports. Well, I did. Let me change. I'm a liar with that. I did play racquetball, and I was damn good at racquetball. I really was. I was very good at it. And in case you're wondering what I'm doing now, I put them in alphanumeric order, which I shouldn't have done until I filled them up. Because now I have to search for the DMC number. Oh, that was stupid. Usually I fill them up first, then put them in alphanumeric order. But you see what happens when I talk and try to do two things at once. Oh well, more work for me. And at some point I may have to fast forward this or just end it because we're only doing an hour. And I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, have any books you read changed your life? Yes. When I was 16, I was at my father's apartment and I picked up a book. I don't know why, I liked the cover. And I started reading it. Now, I was not a big reader at all. Not at all. No. Sorry. I only read if I had to. Absolutely had to. And oh, this is going to be hard. This is going to be very hard. Now I have to search everywhere to find what I need. I'm wondering if I should put them back. No. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. You wind up doing things in the wrong order. Now I have to look for the DMC numbers. And the book was Stranger in a Strange Land by Robert Heinlein. There was something about that book that at first I felt was very misogynistic. But then I thought, but he also empowers women. So what is it? He treats them like, waitresses and things. Get me this, bring that. They wait on him hand and foot, but then he accepts their intelligence and lets them do their thing. So it's kind of like the main character. So it was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't know what struck me with that, but since I put that book down and I had to start reading more and more science fiction, and I started reading science fiction, I started swallowing it. And I still do. I read sci-fi and fantasy. And basically that's all I read. Because within sci-fi and fantasy, you can find murder mysteries, you can find romance, you can find all the other genres within sci-fi fantasy. And I like that, but it's just got that little twist to it. And for some reason, it comforts me. I like to look towards the future and not think about the past and not waste my time on what's already been done that you can't change. Nothing you can do about it. It's done already. Okay, who are your favorite YouTubers? Ooh, that's telling. That might be a little. I don't know. I've got quite a few. I really do. I have quite a few. Since this is a Whip and Chat challenge, I do love Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. I find her hysterical. And I love to hear about Maggie, her kid, and Orion. I mean, and the dogs and everything else. She's very funny. And she's a good person. I also like Sherry from Purple Door Crafts. She's a good one. I like. I enjoy. Who else? Crashly of Crafts with Crashly. J-Rob from DP Addiction Adventures. Who else? Shine Like a Diamond. Beth. Of course, Crafting Journey. Rebecca. How can I can't leave her out. She's my best friend. Mystria Diamonds. Brandy. She's a wonderful person. The Principal Painter. Kara. I love watching her. Crystal. CH. I can't remember the rest of her channel name. And I'm sure I'm missing someone else that I enjoy watching and listening to. But those are among my favorite YouTubers. For now. There might be more. There might be less in the future. Who knows? Do you speak any languages and how well? English, and very well. That's about the only language I know. Are you single or taken? I'm single. And I plan to remain that way. I've had it with husbands and boyfriends and everything else in between. I don't need a man to survive. I have a roommate and a wonderful friend, and he does most of the heavy lifting. He also does the shopping. He's just a sweetheart. I mean, we've been living together now since 2001, 2002. So that's quite a few years. And he's the greatest roommate, And that's all the man I need. He doesn't tell me what to do. I don't tell him what to do. We come together and share things, we cook together and things like that. But otherwise, we each have our own life, and we each let each other have their own life. And you don't find that in a marriage. In a marriage, you're on top of each other, and I don't need that anymore. Now, there's a silly one. What is your idea of a dream date? There is none. I don't want dream dates, so I don't think about it anymore. Let's see. How long was your longest relationship? Actually, with my roommate. It's been my longest relationship. Aside from that, it was my last husband who we lasted 12 years. Yeah, 12 years. Not gonna say. I refuse to say. What happened? That's another story for another time. How would you describe your fashion sense? Sloppy, casual, bohemian? I don't dress up anymore, but when I do, I like flowing things. I don't wear skirts. I only wear jeans, but I love tunics that come to mid-thigh. And collars. It's hard to find clothes with collars these days. Especially tunics. Really is. It really is. I mean, I have a rough time doing that, finding them. So I just, I have a few really lovely tops that I wear with my jeans. Of course, most of these days, it's pajamas and t-shirts. Oh, look at that. That's a letter I missed. Let's put these back where they belong. Might as well, since I've already messed it up. And let's see, the next question. What is your go-to hairstyle? Well, when I can get to the hairdresser, which is about the only time I go out, I like my hair very, very short. I don't want to hassle with it. I don't want to have to mess with it. I just, just cut my hair, make it boy short, give me a little style in it, and then I'm happy. But my hair is thinning so much that it's sad. You can see my scalp through my hair. So I've used this stuff. It's a keratin fibers, and it works. It fills in and makes me look like I had a full head of hair. I used to, but my hair is very thin. And it could be the medication I'm taking that's thinning my hair. Or it could be age, or it could be genetics. Who the hell knows? I don't. But it is. I mean, so it's hard for me to have a go-to hairstyle now. When it's long, it's always in a ponytail, like it is now. I usually wear bangs, though I haven't cut my bangs in a while. And I hate it when hair is on my neck. I hate it. So that in-between growth that you get when your hair is short and going long, my hair is now shoulder length. That's a miserable time for me, especially in Florida, where it's not long enough to put into a ponytail, but it's all over your neck. It's really difficult for me, at least. It's going to take me forever. So I may end it before I finish this, or I may fast forward through it. I think I'm going to end it before I finish this because we're already at 43 minutes. So, all right, let's see. Do you use a PC or Mac? Oh, I'm a Mac girl, Mac baby. I have a MacBook Pro. It's an old one. I need replacing. An iPad 2, iPad Air 2, and an iPhone 6S. I used to be strictly 100% Windows PC. I used to be 100% PC. And then 100% Android. I mean, those were could never think of going to Mac. And then I got my MacBook Pro. And it was over. I fell in love. It's so easy to use. And I feel so safe surfing the internet. In the, 15 years that I've been using a MacBook Pro, this is my second one, in that long, and I think I've been using it longer. I have never had a virus. I have never had what do they call it, an ad flash mob, where the ads keep coming up at you. I've never had a problem. Of course, now that I said that, I'm going to have a problem. What are your morning, evening routines? I get up, I go to sleep. But I don't think it's important what my routines are. Do you have any bad habits? Oh, I have a number of bad habits. One of them is I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I'm not dirty, but I am messy. I leave things out all the time. If you could see this desk, this is my dining table. This is about the only space I have left on my dining table. It's filled with all my craft goods because I don't have shelves anywhere that I can use, and it's a mess. It's very cluttered, and that's a bad habit of mine, is keeping things cluttered and not putting them away. Though I do make my bed every day now. Hey, what can I say? I never used to. I was a typical teenager. Never cleaned up after myself, but then we had a maid. Well, she wasn't really a maid. She was my grandmother's refugee friend who came over and worked for food and room and board. That's about all I know about her. Matilda. She used to make my bed, clean up and everything, so I never got in the habit. But when I married my second husband, he was a neat freak. I mean, if he had it his way, we'd be living in the Jetsons apartment where there's nothing out and everything is clean and modern and white. No, not me. I like warm and cozy and browns and beiges and comfortable colors with a pop of red or something like that. My house, I love the colors in my house. I had 3 different colors in my living room. I had cinnamon, which is a really beautiful red, nutmeg, which is a really nice light brown, and then oatmeal. Those were the 3 colors in my living room, and just one wall was cinnamon, one wall was nutmeg, and then 2 walls were oatmeal. Oh, yeah, I miss that. It made me very comfortable. Tell us one thing about you that we wouldn't know. Well, there's a lot about me you wouldn't know. Sorry, that is a stupid question. It really is. There's a lot of things. You get it. The things I've just been talking about are things you wouldn't know. It's too broad. I'm not going to answer that one. That's ridiculous. What is your favorite Netflix show? Don't hate me for this. I don't watch Netflix. I have it. But I don't actually, since I started diamond painting and reading again, because I do read voraciously now. I don't know, I found Kindle Unlimited, and I can't stop. I read book after book after book, and I'm a fast reader. Last year I read 172 books. This year, I think, stop it, Siri. This year, I think I've already read, how many? Let's see. How many have I read? How many? More. Reading Insights. I've already read 8 books, and it's the 6th. I read a lot. I can't help it. I do. Especially when I like an author or authors and the way they write. And I've found these authors who, Michael Anderle, who writes with a lot of co-authors. And I love the books and the way they go, and the fact that he is funny, foul language and things like that, which doesn't bother me. But if you don't like foul language, don't read it, Michael Anderle, because he likes it. And a lot of his books have it. It's humorous, though. It's very humorous. You know, and I enjoy that. Let's see, where am I? What was that? That was, what would you, where is it? Where am I? Dear Cleveland, are you taking the, how many siblings do you have? I have, 2 brothers. An older brother who's 2 years older than me, so he's going to be 69 soon. He's 68 now. And a younger brother who is 16 years younger than me. So, oh my God, he's going to be 50? No, he's going to be 51. Isn't he? I don't know. Don't ask me to do math. I'm terrible at it. What is your go-to fast food order? It depends upon the restaurant. Burger King, I love the Big Mac. Not the Big Mac, the Whopper. I mean, I really do. I love the Whopper. At McDonald's, I just like their plain hamburger. There's something about it with the onions and everything. It reminds me of home. You know, so just a plain simple hamburger is fine with me at McDonald's. KFC, that's hard to choose because I love their pot pie, and I love their that mashed bowl with the mashed potatoes. But I also love their, regular extra crispy. Taco Bell, chalupa. I love the chalupa. I can't help that. That is good. Wendy's, I love Wendy's salads, especially their taco salad, which they took off the menu for a while. And I had to buy a chicken salad and then a small chili in order to make my taco salad. I think they put it back on the menu now, but I love it because the salads, the lettuce is always fresh and crisp and nice and good, and the chili is perfect. If you want to add spice, you can add spice to it. If you don't, it's perfect the way it is, especially if, like me, you don't care for hot, spicy food. I like a little bit of spice, a little bit of heat, but not as much as most people do. I don't. I'm sorry. Show us your song tab on Spotify. I don't listen to Spotify. I don't listen to music. I keep the TV on. When I stop diamond painting and go into the bedroom, I keep the TV on Hallmark Channel and read. It's at low volume. It's just to make noise. I don't watch TV anymore. I used to watch, oh my God, I used to watch a lot of TV. I mean, maybe a little bit too much. And I record my shows, so I still have shows that I haven't seen since I've been diamond painting. So I've got a lot of shows to catch up on. Yeah, that's bad. Let's see, we're at 53 minutes, so we got time for a few more. Describe your eye color. It's brown. I have brown eyes. What theme parks have you been to? Coney Island. Disney World. I've been to Disney World many times, but still not enough. I love that place. Every time I go there, I am a kid in a candy store. I really am. I'm just like, oh, let's go here. Oh, let's go there. Of course, I'm usually in an ECV, one of those scooters. So it's hard for other people to keep up with me. But I love Disney World. There's always something new to see. The food at the different restaurants is so good. It's hard, not to binge out. on the food. It really is. I mean, every restaurant there. I don't think I've eaten at a bad restaurant yet. I really don't. So, Disney World's my favorite place. Who would you be in the Hunger Games? I don't know. I don't know. I really couldn't say. I don't associate with the Hunger. I like the movie, but I don't associate myself with the Hunger Games. I'm not very athletic. Not at all. So, that's a difficult one. I'm not going to answer that because I don't know it. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Ooh, chocolate. No question, chocolate. That and s'mores. Target now makes their own ice cream, and they have a s'mores. It is to die for. It has real graham cracker crumbs in it. It's just, it is so good. I don't get it often because it is. I'll eat the whole thing at one sitting. But it's good. That or chocolate. And that one's from Publix. It's called Bear Claw. It's chocolate ice cream with caramel syrup and chocolate-covered cashews. Oh, God, I'm making myself hungry for dessert now. Shame on me. I'm going to answer one more. Have you ever failed at anything, and what did you learn? I have failed at a lot of things and learned a lot of things. I think most importantly, I've learned that people are more important than anything. Keeping your head level and not, don't worry about things until there are things to worry about. Don't give yourself, I forget what that saying is. Don't look for trouble. Trouble will find you. And when it does, just do the best you can. That's all you can do. I failed at going to college. I only went for a semester. I failed at many jobs that I had. I had not many. I've succeeded in most of my jobs. When I had my accident in '86, that's when I really failed out on a lot of things. That's when I lost jobs because I didn't realize the fibromyalgia would affect me so hard. So that was difficult. And I learned that, not everybody can like you. And it's okay if they don't. It's perfectly fine. So, I think I'm going to end it there. I don't know if I've answered your questions. If you have more, feel free to put them down in the comments and I will answer them as best I can. But now you know a little bit more about me. There is an earlier video where I took up the challenge last year and talked about myself. Also did tag questions, but they were different from these. I like these. But if you like this video, please hit the like button. I would appreciate it. It does let me know if I'm doing something right, or if I should change up what I'm doing maybe. And if you have any suggestions, please feel I can't talk today. Feel free to put them in the comments. Also, if you're a new viewer, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video or go live. And most importantly, do what you need to do to stay safe. Wearing your mask. When you come in from outside, wash your hands. Don't touch your face. All this is Mrs. Coffee would say this too. But the most important thing is to be nice. It really doesn't cost you anything, but the rewards may be quite big. So until the next time, arrivederci.